Hey y'all, welcome to M.A.D.E.
What is M.A.D.E? It's MAD empowerment, mother and daughter empowerment.
Yes, and our vision is to inspire, encourage, and empower women through our perspectives and experiences as mother, daughter, and women.
So, we're going to tell you a little bit about us in this particular episode and how we came about making this decision to record this podcast. My name is Georgette, and I am the mother. I am 55 years old, and I was raised in a very traditional home with both a mother and a father, but with a very strong mother who took the lead in most things in our household. I'm the eldest of four daughters. I have three sisters. I have one that lives in the same city that I do, and I have two that live in my hometown with my mother. Initially, I wasn't sure about motherhood. I was raised to be very independent. I was raised to be very career oriented. And so, as a result, as a young adult, I wasn't sure that I had time in my life for motherhood. I didn't want to lose my girlish figure. I didn't have 9 months to devote to a pregnancy. And I certainly didn't think I wanted to spend 18 years raising a child. Although my mother did a great job of being a role model and a mentor and showing the way to do that successfully. However, my mother did not work traditionally outside of the home when she was raising us. And so I just kind of did not have that in my thought process as I was coming of age as a young married woman. However, at some point in time, after I had been married for a couple of years, my maternal instincts kicked in. And suddenly I was oohing and awing over every little girly thing that I saw and every little baby thing basically that I saw in the stores, and I knew something had changed. So my husband and I had a discussion about whether it was a good time. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go down the line as well. But we talked about whether or not it was the time to have a child or not. And we decided it was. And it was the best decision of my life to become a mother. There are many decisions that I've made that I don't think I have many I regret. But there are decisions that I've made that I wasn't sure about. But this is something that I was very, very sure about. And it's something that I have absolutely no regrets about. And something that I would encourage every woman to do if it's something that she thinks she would enjoy doing and being a part of raising another human being to be a productive part of our society. One of the reasons that we are doing this podcast is because as a mother, I have been asked by family and friends many times how I was able to raise my daughter to such success. She's very confident, she's very responsible, and very resourceful, and I've had other friends and family ask me about that and seek advice from me from time to time about what I have done to do that. And Zakia has had like experiences with friends and family, and so we thought it would be a great idea to share some of our experiences and our perspectives with others and hope that it would inspire and empower mothers and daughters to have relationships that are much like ours are. So that's a little bit about me. You'll learn a little bit more as we go through the series. I'm going to let Zakia share about her.
Okay, so yeah, like she said, she's my mother. I'm her daughter. My name is Zakia, and so a little bit about me and our relationship. I was pretty much raised by my mom. I think that she mentioned earlier that she was a single mother for pretty much most of my childhood. So we spent a lot of time together, and as a result, we became very close and developed a unique relationship, I think. I was also pretty much an only child. I have stepsisters, but my stepsisters, when I was born, they were already like 12 or 13. So we have a pretty large age gap in between us. And shortly after that, they went to live with their mom. And so it was just me and my mom. So I have some aspects and some what am I trying to say? Like some qualities of a youngest child, and then also some qualities of just an only child. And so you'll see that kind of come out as I talk about my perspective with things. I am not yet a mom, but unlike my mother, I definitely do want to be a mom. I've always wanted to do that, and I'm looking forward to it. So you'll also hear my perspective of like what I think motherhood will be like, or what I think I will do as a mother, or how I'll raise my kids, or whatever. So you'll get that sort of perspective as well. And like she said, we both have had a lot of situations where we are giving advice to other mothers or daughters about their relationship. I know there have been plenty of times in my past and in my upbringing where I'm with a friend, or me and my friend are with my mom, and my friend is like asking my mom for advice on how to talk to their mom about something. Or, a lot of my friends called my mom Ma, which was kind of annoying, but it's okay. So, yeah, you'll definitely get some of that as well. And that, like she said, is kind of why we decided to do this.
So, just to expound a little bit on why we're doing this, we, again, do want to inspire and encourage and empower other mothers and daughters to have an open and honest relationship that they can build upon so that they can grow together and learn from one another. I learn a lot from my daughter, and not just Zakia, but I learn from my other daughters as well, and just children and young folks. I mean, I learn a lot from the younger generation, and so I just want to also share that with other mothers out there, that be open to learning from your children and from your daughters. There are a lot of things that I learned from her, and she imparts a lot of wisdom on me just like I impart on her. So it goes both ways. Our relationship, of course, has changed with age and maturity. I had one particular role to play when Zakia was a child, and I was primarily raising her. And now that she is an adult, we have a different relationship. And so we want to talk about some of the things that go along with that. And there are trials and tribulations, and there are challenges with everything that you do in life, with relationships in general. But we want to share some of the positive things and ways that we found to be able to connect now that we're both adults navigating this world. So now we are friends. It's a friendship that we have. She, of course, I'm always going to be her mother, but I'm also someone who can be her friend and confidant in a different way now that she is also an adult and a woman who is going through similar things that all women go through. And so we can have different relationships with regard to that. And it's based on respect, mutual respect. So I respect her, she respects me. And of course, because of the mother-daughter thing, there are boundaries that we have to keep in mind and that we never want to cross. And so we're always going to be respectful of one another. There are some things that she's never going to discuss with me because I am her mother, and that's okay. Because I've set her up with a village, and we'll talk about that in a future episode, so that she does have others that she can go to discuss things that she's not comfortable discussing with me. But it's based on respect. So, nothing disrespectful has happened or will happen in our relationship. And like I said, we are friends. Now, that being said, Zakia and I are very much alike in a lot of ways. And so that can cause problems sometimes. And I guess I won't say problems, it can cause challenges because, we know how the other one thinks and what the other one is thinking and pretty much what their next move is going to be. And we're both very strong-willed, very confident, and very competent women. And so, again, sometimes we bump heads, but I don't have so much pride that I can't defer to her judgment or admit when I'm wrong or when her way might be better in the circumstance or whatever. And I think she feels the same way. So those similarities sometimes can get in the way and cause things to get a little interesting. I'll just say that. And again, during the course of this podcast, we'll be sharing some of those stories with you that we've had along the way, where we've had challenges that have caused us some grief and some drama, and how we were able to get beyond it and still maintain the relationship, the very close, loving, and respectful relationship that we had.
Yep. So that was kind of just a summation and an introduction of who we are and what we hope to do with this podcast. with this channel. So in the future, we have a lot of content planned for you all. We're going to be talking about tough topics with mom. That could be sex and sexuality. Yes, we're going there. Politics, how to be a confident woman, how to raise a confident daughter. We have a lot of stuff planned, so definitely look out for our next episode, our next podcast. And if you have anything that you want us to talk about, drop a comment, drop us a message, subscribe, share, all of that. So that's it.
We look forward to having you on our channel for more M.A.D.E empowerment.
Oh, oh.